Hello everyone, welcome to Fixtronics. So today we have this motherboard of a Lenovo desktop. This motherboard came as no power. It does not power on at all. So when we come across a situation like this, so what should we do at first is to measure the power lines, the power rails for a short. So we measure this ATX port over here and the CPU port over here. So if we start with the 3.3 volt lines, which is the orange lines, we should have no short. As you can see, we have open line. Then we have this ground. Then we have 5 volt rail, which is the red wire, is not shorted, but we have a low reading. This isn't normal. So let's continue. We have the 5 volt standby, and it is good. And we have the 12 volt. Two of them, both of them are okay. And we have the 3.3 volt, which is good. We still have to check this blue wire, which is minus 12 volt, which is this one, and okay, it's okay. So let's check this CPU plug over here. So this one and this one are the ground. As you can see, we have a continuous, and these two are the 12 volt rail, and they are all okay. Okay, so we have a low resistance value at the 5 volt line. So what should we do now is to check around this motherboard if there is any component damaged or anything that looks not normal. So let's go under the microscope and take a quick look to see if we can find anything looking abnormal. Let's start over here. So here we have the Super IO. Okay, so this transistor over here looks not good. This transistor isn't good. This is burnt. Let's continue. This motherboard is very dusty. As you can see, a lot of dust. CPU socket. What is here? Oh wow, look at this. What is this? This is a IC, I think. 1, 2, maybe 3, 4 pins IC. So it's a completely damaged, as you can see. And also this capacitor over here is cut out from this area here, so should be like this. So this is definitely will cause the motherboard to come on. I don't know if that is also damaged. or maybe it's affected by the heat of this IC over there. So now we have two different places with apparent components. I don't know if this is fixable actually, because maybe the layers of the motherboard has got damaged. As you can see, it moves, all of it. Look, it's falling apart. I think this IC is related to the USB ports, because this is the USB port and it is next to it. Also we have another one here, because this is a double USB port, 1, 2, and also we have another USB port over here, this one, which should have an IC, yes, this one. So we have this one, and also this one. And also we have another one, because this USB port is also a double USB port. Let's continue checking the motherboard. If there is nothing, we'll get back to that. So I think everything other than these two places is good. So let's start with this first. I think this IC should be the same as this one. So this one is S32 SGP 228 or 2PU, something like that. If this isn't fixable because of the layers of the motherboard, as you can see, the fibers of the motherboard has got out. Look at the traces. This is a trace, and also this is the leg of that IC, and it is connected to this trace. So these traces are ripped. Look at this trace. So I think what should I do is to clean this area to get rid of the short and remove this capacitor, and I will ask the customer not to use this board. So let's take a look at the board actually. Is it okay? No, this port is not good at all. As you can see, we have a damaged USB port over here. I don't know if you can see it, but it is damaged. I will use the microscope so you can see it better. Look at this one. It's totally damaged. This one looks good. Also, we have another two here, which looks okay, I think. Yeah, both of them. But this one, I think what caused this IC to go bad, to burn. Okay, so what should I do now? I think is I will clean this area, I will get rid of this IC, and also I will take this USB port off the board, so no one will plug it, no one will use it. Maybe first I will leave it in there because the other USB might be okay, it might be still working. I will put a piece of paper or a piece of tape or something to block this port, the damaged one, and I will clean this area. I will take this capacitor off and I will clean everything over here. Okay, so let's take these bins. Look at the trace. The whole trace is torn apart. Okay, that is out. This is still holding. Look at the traces. Look at the layers of this motherboard. This is actually an internal layer. These traces should not make contact with this. Maybe this is a ground plane, and also these traces should not make contact with that. So I will cut these traces over here, and also this trace from here, so they will not make any contact with this internal layer. This capacitor should go out also. Okay. Let me just clean it. There is a via actually over here going to the other side of this motherboard, I don't know if this will affect the motherboard, the operation of this motherboard or not, but let's try it. I will leave it like this and we'll try it. Okay, so okay, let's go to the other area, to this IC. I have a donor board, fortunately, and this IC is this one. SM3095 C0909_P. So I'll take this IC and I'll put it on that motherboard and see if it will work or not. So actually we have another one over here, SM3095. This one, this is unreadable. The donor board says SM3095, and also we have another one. This one is looking much better, I think, than this one. This looks a little dodgy, so I will take this one instead of this one. I will use this one. Okay, first let's take this IC and hope it's not welded in the board. Okay, so it's finally off. I'll use a new leaded solder, fresh leaded solder. Let's take the donor board and take that IC. Okay, so let's wait for it to cool down and then we can try it. So those burn marks were over here, this one, that the one that we replaced now, this one, and also over here, this area over here. So let's try it and hope it works. I'll go bring the power button so we can try it. Okay, so I have installed the heatsink and the power supply, the ATX power supply to the ATX port and to the CPU port, and I have installed the power button over here. Okay, so let's power on and see if it does work or not. So let's try it. And it does. It really does work. I'm really impressed. Let's try connecting it to the display and see if we have a display or not. I'm using this adapter to convert the VGA into HDMI, and it should have a micro USB power connected to it. Okay, so do we have a display? This one or this one? It's this one. Let's try and reboot it. So we should have a display over this, the display over here. Let's try again. It should work. Why it's not working? We have those normal beeps, 2 beeps. Why we don't have a display? Maybe it's because of this adapter here. It's really dodgy, it's not original. I will use the DVI connector instead. Let's turn it off. I will change this cable and we'll try it again. Okay, so I have installed, let me take that display out. I have installed this DVI instead of this VGA adapter, this one. So let's try it now. Yes, we do have a display. I'm really happy. So this adapter is actually not good. So there you have it. We have fixed this motherboard and we bring it to life. So thank you for watching, and I hope I can see you in another video.